Hi guys, sorry about that. We're back again. I think we sorted out our sound problem, so sorry to keep you all waiting. We should be up and rolling again, and hopefully you can hear everyone.
Hey guys,
Oh, you're a bit low there actually at the moment, dude.
okay, is this better?
It's a bit better.
Okay, let me just adjust my microphone. Is this good?
That's pretty better.
Okay, I think I leveled my...
I'm just going to turn my music down a tad because I don't want to... Oh, I'll just turn it off. There we go, that might be better. I don't know. I don't want to drown people out with my themes in the background.
It wouldn't be the worst thing though.
Bro, we hear an echo, a major echo. I take it you can hear me twice then?
Is this echoing?
Volume off on the stream. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it is.
Oh, is the YouTube not muted?
Oh no, I've not got that on. I think it's the stereo mix. That might be what's making it echo.
Okay.
So I've got that set up correct. Okay, guys. If it's echoing, it's probably because I am the voice of God. Okay, so you're just gonna have to bear with it.
Should we start from scratch?
Yeah, let's start over. Okay, so basically, if you're joining us, if you're still here, we haven't like annoyed you to death by trying to figure out all this rubbish. We're here today. We're talking about all the times Dragon Ball Super has delivered fan service, and we're just going to go through the list. We're going to have a casual chat and just basically just make a list of and talk about each time it's happened and why it's happened, I suppose. Okay, so with me today I've got It's Sensu or Sensu 2.0, whichever name you'd like to go by now.
Hey guys, it's Sensu here. Thanks for having me.
No worries, anytime, my man. And in the background there we've got Margin Blue, who might have fallen asleep now. Oh no, he's still there. You're right, bro. Okay, cool. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, so what I spoke about earlier was Future Trunks. That was one of the first ones I suggested as fan service. The entire arc, basically.
Yes, so in that arc there is quite a lot of fan service, as seen what throughout the underlying theme of the entire arc. Many would say. We have characters like themselves with, well, the classic evil go-to, the most video games, being a matter of special practice and they was in. So that's one reason it's fan service.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, by the way, I can't hear you very well still, dude. I think your mic's low. It's either that or I've turned something off on here.
I don't think the mic's problem. Wait, Margin, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Maybe it's me, hang on. Maybe if I just pause that. There we go. That might be better. I think maybe my music was drowning it out on my end. Apparently I'm still echoing, but I don't know what to do about that now.
Alright, can you hear us?
Yeah. Here.
Right, let's go back to here. That's not what I'm after. Oh, what? There we go. Try talking now.
Testing. Is this good?
That should be better now. For some reason, Discord was turned all the way down on my volume
strange.
mixer. Yeah, I don't know why it turned itself down on the mixer. But hey, there we are. We're all here. You should be able to hear us. Apparently, I'm echoing still, so I'm gonna try and figure that one out.
Alright, so let's get this going.
Alrighty.
Optimized.
That's all right. We don't make perfection in a day, so.
Definitely, most of my fans know the same.
This is the first time I've done a group discussion, so I should be allowed to, you know, make a couple of foul ups.
Yeah, my first live stream, I had no mic input for 50 minutes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's because I was playing Xenoverse 2 at the time and I didn't have a view of the chat.
Yeah.
And
See,
there's actually someone on Discord who found out.
So that. It's like well, to be honest with you, I did a 6-hour music stream. That's going completely off of what the actual subject of this is, but I'm just going to get this out quickly. Did a 6-hour stream of music, and I sang halfway through it and didn't realise my mic wasn't even plugged in. So all I was doing was miming. I was doing a Britney Spears.
Oh.
Okay, right. Well, apparently I'm not echoing now, so that's good. Wicked. Everyone can hear us. Let's get the show on the road. Woo! Right, okay, so yes, Goku Black, the evil Goku that everyone wanted. Fans have been going on about him since Dragon Ball Z. You know, I mean, that's probably... I wouldn't say it's the ultimate fan service, but it's definitely up there somewhere.
Definitely, and there's Vegito Blue.
Vegito Blue, of course.
Well, the two big things, Super Saiyan Blue at the time, and, well, Vegito, who is one of the mainstays of Dragon Ball series. It's always... He's one of the most popular characters, if I'd say so myself.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, we've got Vegeta and Goku, who are arguably the stars of the show.
Yeah.
You know, combined into one perfect character.
Well, this is it, exactly. I mean, like, and as many people love Gogeta, hasn't become canon, you know, because he was movie only. I don't think they'll ever bring him in, because I think if they ever do a fusion between Goku and Vegeta, it will just be Potara.
Definitely, especially with the restrictions brought in Super.
Yeah.
The 1 hour time limit, the energy limit. In fact, it's so they can put in Vegito without any serious plot complications, which would be there before.
That's it, exactly. And the other things as well, you know, Vegeta's pride. He doesn't want to, especially in the midst of battle, he's not going to want to do like a little ballet dance just to, you know, increase his power.
Yeah, 90, well, dozens of times sober. So, talking about the biggest, I forgot the topic now. Talking the biggest fan service moments in Super. Should we start with the start and go with Battle of Gods?
Yeah, let's go with that. I think obviously one of my most favourites is where they pushed Vegeta past his limits and made him just slightly stronger than Goku for just a brief moment as well, because that was something that a lot of people have wanted as well.
Yeah, surpassing Super Saiyan 3. And another moment is when they clashed and, well, threatened to destroy the universe, which was a massive thing throughout Z. It was always, I'm going to destroy the solar system. He's destroyed solar systems. He's destroying galaxies. It's just kind of that classic Z power scaling.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is something we kind of missed from GT and Battle of Gods.
It's true, yeah. Because I mean, like with the power scalers at the moment, you know, Chuck the Cyber Cuck, and obviously, Seth the Programmer as well, having their work cut out for them, trying to balance these levels and stuff, and then with the Battle of Gods coming to fruition, I suppose.
Yes, and another thing, this is more kind of you and Margin's forte. They use a very classic theme now, which is that.
Oh god, I can never remember the name of it.
I had it a minute ago.
It was god, that's terrible. I love the thing is I love the music. It's the Japanese and the English dub music as well. But the English dub one's the only one I can really remember most of the names of because I've covered most of them. But the Japanese one I haven't really touched on because it's a lot more difficult. So I never remember the names.
It's called Days of Battle. Is
That's
it in the video just so people can see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So yeah, if you want to hear this theme, it's right here. Oh, never mind. But yeah, if you just search Days of Battle, it's the opening theme for Dragon Ball Super throughout. It was up to the Black Arc, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because they replaced it by Battle. So, let's see. Other big moments in the Battle of Gods arc could be also seen as the whole. Do you know when Goku kind of did the flick on Beerus and that kind of combos?
Yeah, yeah.
That's more self-referring than anything else.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, should we move on to the Golden Frieza arc?
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking with that one. Obviously, the fan service there is making Vegeta the main sort of the dude that was going to take Frieza. Obviously, they took it away from it at the last minute, but they gave him the spotlight for good and rightly gave Vegeta his perfect revenge as well.
Yeah, it is actually because well, that was Vegeta's character throughout from Saiyan up to the Android Saga.
And he's slapping them about like Frieza was doing to Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z, like pummeling him and everything, just like really outclassing him completely, which I really enjoyed. When I first watched, well, I first watched the movie. When I first saw that scene, I was just so pumped.
Definitely, especially when Vegeta blocks Frieza's kick and it kind of like cracks his leg.
Yeah, and he just full on punches him in the head and bounces off the ground. It's such a good sequence. That whole fight sequence is just excellent.
It reminds me of Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza. Remember when he kind of like elbows Frieza and kind of dents in his head?
Yeah, yeah.
It's that kind of stuff.
Oh, it would have been a great parody if they'd have done Vegeta just like get in front of Frieza and just like slap him about. You remember that scene with Goku where he just slaps his face backwards and forwards?
Yeah. I guess that's Bulma's job.
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose so, yeah. That would have been a great scene there. I would have laughed so hard.
Yeah.
I still think that scene was really good. It's just a shame that it was robbed at the end. But I suppose it did have a good meaning to it with the whole, like, going back 30 seconds. Was it 30 seconds did you go back? No, 3 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, did you see when it made UK release at the cinemas?
I didn't know.
I was meaning to watch it as well.
Yeah, I completely missed that, but I would have been there. I know that a few friends of mine, a few other YouTube friends of mine, actually went to I think they went to the premiere of it in America.
Oh, nice.
I think they got it before we got it anyway, so.
Yeah, they got it quite a while.
I
think they got Battle of Gods about 6 months earlier for home release. And we're only just getting the new movies now, aren't we?
That's it, yeah.
Because what was it? The Tree of Might just came out, didn't it?
I believe it did, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I went to pick it up, but just how else I found?
Go on, yep.
I found the old Big Green dub at CEX.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so now I have Super Saiyan Son Goku and Super Battle in the World.
All right.
So that's quite a rare treat.
Oh, definitely. Especially in CEX as well.
Yeah, I was looking for more like computer hardware. Some Dragon Ball Z.
In case any guys out there from the US or whatnot, I don't know if you get CEX over there at all. It's like Electronics Boutique, a little bit like that.
Like eBay in person,
Yeah, yeah.
where they're still kind of ripping you off though.
Yeah, they are, yeah, yeah. I took a bunch of DVDs there once, and they gave me the receipt back, and like half of them were 50p, and the other half were free. And I was like, I just gave my DVDs away for free? What the hell?
Charity.
Yeah, I was like, what? If they'd have told me they were free, I'd have taken them bastards back and put them on eBay.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to another fan service moment. Let's see. Well, I don't want to go too much into the Black Ark because the entire saga I think is almost like it was fan written. I mean, they brought Bulma back in that as like one of the main team members as well. And then obviously you've got multiple fusions, and you know how everyone loves fusions. So they even fused Zamas.
He was one of the most impressive characters in the whole arc.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if that was fan service, having an evil Kai, but I'm sure that that's been spread around somewhere. Imagine a Kai that was evil, a god that was evil, or something like that.
Toyotaro's, I think it was either Psycho or...
Yeah, because Zycor was supposed to be the child of Goku and one of the Supreme Kai of Time, or something, was it? Or something like that?
I'm not sure if it's Psycho or Raiko.
Because I know Zycor is the one that wears the green. He's got the horns coming out of his head, and he's got those sort of things coming out of his chin as well. But then you've got Raikon, I think, which is the Saiyan god of destruction.
Oh yeah, Unreal Ink Gaming's OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done quite a lot of videos with him about that character.
Yeah, yeah. I did a theme for him with that character, I think, as well.
Yeah, it's a great theme as well.
Apparently, Emish told me he's going to use it for his wrestling. I didn't know he did wrestling as well, but that's quite cool.
Ah, yep. Have you seen it before?
I've seen a couple of his where he slammed some geezer through a table. I was like, whoa, that's intense.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
That is pretty mad. Okay, let's have a look at the list here. I've got a little list of times. How about this one? The Trunks and Vegeta double Gallic gun. Or even Trunks just using all of Vegeta's moves, like the Final Flash.
Or the Spirit Bomb.
And a Spirit Bomb. It turns into a Spirit Sword. That's another one I've got down as well. Yep.
It's pretty much the arc of Trunks does everything.
It does. It does, yeah. I mean, it is quite literally the fan service arc, if you will.
Yeah. Trunks feels like classic Dragon Ball Goku, you know, sees a technique once, masters it.
Yeah, yeah, like with the Mafuba. Yeah. Oh, that was another thing, actually. Where are we? Let's see, I've got my list. Old skills coming back, like Mafuba, Lightning Shockwave, I think it's called. That's the one where Roshi does the lightning shock thing and it paralyzes people. And obviously the Spirit Ball, which Yamcha uses in the baseball arc. And some of the other characters as well use the Spirit Ball, like Rosie in a couple of the previous episodes as well.
And what about Goasu's new career of being a god tuber?
God, I mean that's what I haven't got on my list. But yeah, you're dead right there. The god tube. I mean, they know. They know. And the god pads as well.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of lazy story writing, in my opinion.
I think it is a little bit, but it shows that like they know that like their audience is in between a certain age range, and these kids have got all the tech sort of thing. So that's kind of like a little wink, wink.
Yeah. So if anyone has any questions that you'd like us to answer, please just ask it below.
Yeah, let me just turn my screen around a bit because it's not facing me properly. There we go. Let's see. Starblast Studio says it's really sad that any form of fusion in Dragon Ball is considered fusion. Fusion should be considered as an option for Goku and Vegeta to take down a threat. Well, yeah, okay, that's a good point. So the anime song was Volcano. Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Well, how about this one then? And this is for the diehard fans. I mean, like I'm one of them, and I think Detective Q or Quaman is one of these as well. But bringing Yamcha back as a protagonist for one episode.
Oh yes, baseball.
The baseball one. I mean, nobody knew what was happening because they heard that he was going to be the protagonist. I remember this because I was watching. We was discussing like spoilers and stuff about it, and we didn't know whether he was going to be like fighting or whether he's going to be like doing something else. And then when they announced it was going to be the baseball episode, I was like, that's kind of cool. I mean, they did still sort of steal it from him a little bit by like Vegeta smacking him in the back of the head and Beerus and not Beerus, Champa and all that, like just ganging up on him. But it was still kind of nice to give him the spotlight for a little bit for all those Yamcha fans.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that as well.
Mm.
What about the Arale episode?
The Arale episode as well, yeah, with Dr. Slump. It was an anniversary or something of Dr. Slump of 40 years or something, was it? And they did that special.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 40 because Dragon Ball's on its 30th.
That's right, yeah. So that was kind of cool as well, having them two battle it out, and even Vegeta, saying, "Oh no, she's a gag character," and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, does Vegeta have awareness that he's actually in a manga?
Exactly. It's the whole sort of Deadpool thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Then who wins in a fight? The reader or Vegeta?
Yeah.
Tying back to that whole 4-4 kind of breaking characters thing.
Absolutely. That was definitely in episode 4, that I think. It was entertaining as well, but obviously had no, sort of stem to the story because it didn't really make a difference if you'd seen that episode or not. It wouldn't hinder what happened next. But it was good fun.
Here's a question for you. If that episode carried over and they went to recruit Arale for the Tournament of Power, how do you think she would do?
Oh my god.
You beat Jiren?
I think she would be the only one that could beat Jiren, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you think she does it easily or with difficulty?
Probably with a little bit of difficulty. They'd have to make it entertaining, but I reckon it would be like, it doesn't matter what Jiren throws at her, she would always find a way of getting around it, and then like just jump in front of him with a poo stick or whatever, just slap him one straight off the stage or something.
Yeah, I think in the manga, did she crack Mars or was it like Jupiter?
Yeah, I think she just like, well, she did it in the anime, didn't she? In Dragon Ball Super on this special, she punched the Earth and cracked it in half.
Imagine if you do that to the Tournament of Power stage.
Oh, jeez. And that's supposed to be made from something called Kaching Kaching, which is stronger than Kaching. Which is the hardest metal known to the 12 universes or something.
Yeah, so it's like beyond black hole level.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. It's like Master Roshi being tossed through it. Is that meaning like Master Roshi's beyond black hole level durability?
Well, that's it. I mean, like, there's so many things unexplained, but I think it's just... This is ours, because this is another thought I had. It's like, obviously, Toriyama's got the storyboard, and he has pinpoints of like where he goes with the story, where they're going with the story, and then the anime goes in one direction and the manga goes in the other direction, but they all end up at the same point.
Indeed.
But like because I don't think when the Tournament of Power starts, the stage will break so easily. I don't think in the manga, whereas obviously in the anime it's like in pieces at the moment.
Yeah, well, the problem for the manga as well is there's so much more detailing has to be done. Because they can use background shots for the anime, and they can reproduce the same shot repeatedly.
Yeah.
But in manga, they really have to redraw it every time.
Exactly. Yeah. So there is always that.
Then again, in the Z manga, Akira Toriyama reuses the same fusion drawings about 3 times.
Oh, I
He
never.
actually make a joke about it.
Oh, I never realised that.
Do you want me to get my manga? It's just to my side. I'll read the quote.
Oh yeah, sure, go.
Yeah, okay.
To answer Tenno Shin Freezer, Tenno Shin Freezer says, "I'm surprised Yamcha survived the chaos that those two Hakaishin caused with their arguing." Well, that's because Yamcha he's a gag character as well. No, I have no idea. But in a sense, he kind of is, because he's the meme of Dragon Ball. Although they're making Tien the meme at the moment, which I think's very, sad. But I think in a sense he is kind of like a gag character, but he's just the one that doesn't win.
Unfortunately, so. Right, so it's not in that issue. Yeah, I got a lot of manga I'm just flicking through.
No, that's cool.
Okay, so this is when Goku left for Super Saiyan 3. So it should be upcoming quite soon. I'm on chapter 476 right now. Yeah, so I got a lot of manga up just to look for. Okay, I think I found it. Yeah, it says here, Krillin says, "Hey, wait a minute. What's Toriyama pulling? These panels have to be photocopied." And then Toriyama says, "You don't have to pay me for this page, really." It's a nice little in-joke.
I think that's pretty cool. And it's good that, you know, obviously Toriyama's got that sense of humour as well.
Yeah, series. Well, the legendary writer for the series, really.
Absolutely. Okay, here's another one, I suppose. Another well, I suppose there's loads of different like areas we could just pick anything out and just say that's fan service. I mean, obviously they're trying to please the fans, so it's a majority of the time that they're, you know, delivering fan service anyway. But Gohan re-unlocking the ultimate mystic form again by retraining with Piccolo, his true dad.
Or Piccolo sacrificing himself against Frieza to save Gohan.
Oh yeah, that as well. Absolutely, bringing back an homage, if you will.
Yeah, or the whole Frost Goku fight.
Yep. Well, I thought that the introducing Frost as being like a good Frieza is a kind of, I suppose it would be fan service in a sense, because everyone's always saying, oh, will Frieza ever be good? You know, because all of Goku's enemies that he's ever fought that haven't died, like Cell, for example, have always ended up becoming an ally, like Yamcha, even the Ox King, you know, everyone, Tien, Chaozu, of course, Oolong, all these people, everyone that he's fought throughout the time that he's been around has always ended up allying with him in some way, shape or form, including Boo.
Yeah.
But they always say, because Frieza's still around, will he end up becoming good? And I don't think he ever will, but I think what they were doing with Frost is they were displaying that, but then they decided to change his character and make him an arse.
Yeah, it's kind of a sad change as well.
Yeah.
But then again, it led to the Frieza Frost team up.
Well, yeah, which, by the way, I think they should have played that out a bit more. They could have done a lot more with that, you know, made it a lot more interesting. It was alright, but I think it could have had a lot more story to it, if you know what I mean, rather than just having it in and then just blowing it straight out. Although the conclusion to what happened to Frost was kind of satisfying.
Oh, it certainly was. I'm going to have to sign up in about 10 minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
So, some other points I'd like to bring up.
Yep.
In the Tournament of Power, the whole limit breaking. Because that's been a theme throughout Z, break your limits.
Yeah.
I've broken my limits, he has no limits. It's all about limits, really. And overcoming them. And I think that's kind of one of the main lessons of Dragon Ball.
No, absolutely, yeah, definitely.
So, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's been alright. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning there. I don't know what the hell I was doing, apparently. But at least we got it sorted towards the end.
It happens to us, and it's really nice just to talk to you and the margin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, see you guys, bye.
See you later, Sensu.
Bye.
Bye, Sensu.
Okay, so some of the other points that I'd come up with, some other areas, say like Master Roshi's moment. Making Master Roshi useful again, for example. Because, I mean, like, in Dragon Ball Z, he really didn't play that major role, you know. He just sat there, gave his advice, made a couple of, like, pervy, you know, gestures, and grabbed 18's boobs. But, I mean, in this, well, in the current arc that we're in, I mean, like, he played a vital role. I mean, like, he boosted Krillin and Goku to push themselves past their own limits, and obviously and himself as well.
Yes. I like that a lot.
I thought that was a good moment as well. Bringing Boo back, Thin Boo. You know, similar to the you remember when he went all thin, and he was only thin for like a short while, but
Then he sleeps and then, or I don't know how we can got so much fat in this little time.
short amount of time. Yeah, I know, because he was like thin. And he was like exercising, he was pumped up and all the rest of it. And then like the next time we see him, which is only supposed to be like, I don't know, a couple of days later, he's a big fat blob again and he's sleeping. It's such a shame because I brought him back in a similar sort of build to Super Boo, which is everyone's favourite Boo.
Yeah.
Kid Boo was annoying, Fat Boo was just ridiculous, but Super Boo was like, yeah, everyone likes Super Boo.
Especially Gohan, Ultimate Gohan. I like it more because he had his own voice. He spoke more.
Oh yeah, actually had
powerful.
the actual had the intelligence as well, not just like, you know, the brute strength.
Plus Piccolo.
And Piccolo as well, yeah, with the wisdom.
Oh, Piccolo. Right. The next episode is about Piccolo, I think. Let's go on.
Oh, you mean the what episode 118?
Yeah. I've been waiting for this a long time. I mean, Piccolo. I thought first it comes the spotlight for Piccolo, then the android.
Yeah, yeah. Although it looks like I'm not predicting anything. I don't prognosticate because that's not my job. That's Geekdom's job. But I think that it looks like Piccolo is going to be the next one to be eliminated. I think.
Yeah.
I think what's happening because the two Dark Namekians. Oh, by the way, the Dark Namekians is definitely. Well, I don't know if that's fan service or not, but I would put it in there at fan service because we want to see more Namekians. And obviously Piccolo is the main Namekian of Universe 7, as well as Dende, of course. But then, and they've got a whole world of Namekians, but we don't ever see them. But we want to see more fighting Namekians like Nail. And these two guys are like Nail and Slug. I mean, the other guy looks like Slug.
Slug, right. Yes, the skin.
So it's like all the movies that they've had, like, you know, for example, Goku Black is Turles. You've got I can't remember his name, Sonel or Pilinel, or something like that. The Namekian, the big Namekian is Slug, and then you've got Kale is Broly, you know.
But I liked it a lot.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The only thing they haven't brought in from the movies yet is Gogeta, and who knows, maybe they will bring it in. Because it looks like they're doing... Because so many fans, they want the movies to be canon. You know, to be part of the official Dragon Ball universe.
Yeah.
And
I hope it too, but I think it's not gonna happen.
I don't think Gogeta, no. Because I think the problem is, the way that Vegeta's character's written, he's too prideful to do that dance just to get that form. And plus, because of their... You know, the amount of power they use... that it wouldn't last very long, especially with like Super Saiyan Blue, or if they both achieve Ultra Instinct, they'd have like a 1 minute or something of fusion.
That's much too short, and yeah.
So
but I like the idea from Beerus for the fusion of 18 and 17.
Oh yeah, well, Android 35 or Cyborg 35, Artificial Human 35. I like the idea. It would be a bit strange, a brother and a sister fusing, because it's kind of a strange combination. Yeah. And a girl and a boy with fusion we've never seen before, so I mean, how would that work? Which one would take dominance?
Yeah. I can understand Krillin now.
Yeah, well, Krillin obviously had his his fan service delivered to him by Krillin's power up. You remember that episode where he gets the glowing fists?
Yeah.
And he ascends, and he even gives Goku a bit of trouble by keeping up with a low ball Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, if Goku did a full powered Kamehameha, that Krillin would be able to withstand it. He'd be blown off the stage. That'd be it. He'd be done. But he was able to keep up and push him to the Super Saiyan Blue form. That even Goku, at a low scale, had to fight back with that form. But then he needed help from 18, which is good as well. So he had the combination of 18 and Krillin, which we also saw in the Tournament of Power, which was really, really good with that combo attack.
Yeah, it is. Which fan service is also good.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, like, Kale is just proof of that, isn't it?
I totally forgot. Hits can be the Pycon of Dragon Ball Super.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, he's got that same sort of look, you know, he's got that stern sort of attitude, and he's not cocky, and he doesn't have to say much, and he's pretty much dominates.
Yeah. And I like it, Pycon, but I don't know if he is canon or not canon, because
Pycon? I'm not sure, because I know some of the filler arcs, obviously, are non-canon, but then he was involved with, what do you call it? When Boo turned up in other worlds, so, I mean, yeah. I don't know if it's in the manga or not, though, because I never actually read that part of the manga in Dragon Ball Z, but I would like to assume that would make him canon. If they did include that. Because I know that he was a fan favourite as well, and I suppose you're right, yeah, Hit is kind of like the equivalent. And a bit like Kale is the equivalent of Broly.
Broly, yeah.
Which, if you think about it, Kale and Broccoli, because Broccoli is what the pun of Broly is, are very similar, very similar vegetables as well.
Yeah. Plus cauliflower.
Well, yeah, Cauliflower is most definitely the female version of Goku, which is another, you know, homage, if you like. But then I think the whole female Saiyans thing is just what everyone wanted. I mean, even Chris Sabat wanted female Saiyans. I saw this in I think it was in a panel, and someone asked him and said, "What would you like to see from Dragon Ball Super?" And he said, "More female Saiyans, or female Saiyans, basically." And then they just brought it.
That's cool. And it was the first Super Saiyan female, I mean. I mean, Pan,
yeah,
she was little Saiyan, but can turn into a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and the same with Bra as well. Or Bola, whichever part of the world you're from. Oh, Bra is the real name. Bola is the censored, that's the censorship, that is. But yeah, Bra.
Yeah.
Although I found it really strange in the episode where Goku achieves Super Saiyan God form, where Videl, she's got the Saiyan baby, obviously Pan, and when she links arms with everyone, she looks like a Super Saiyan because her hair goes up and it goes blonde.
I saw this video because the title spoiled me a little. Yeah. And she's all like that. Maybe she was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think probably because she had Pan inside her, sort of thing. The Saiyan blood sort of was running through her a little bit, so I think that's where that obviously came from, because the flow of energy going through everyone caused her to sort of not transform, but like assume the transformation from Pan on. So it was like her transformation on behalf of Pan, if you like. So I thought it was pretty cool. Here's some fan service from the manga, which is everyone's always complaining about how Vegeta just skips forms all the time. When they brought it to the Black arc, or the Future Trunks arc, and Vegeta turns Super Saiyan God. Not Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue, but Super Saiyan God with the red hair.
I read the manga. Also, I think in the manga no Kaioken, no
Mm.
Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, just 100% or Mastered Super Saiyan Blue. I like that idea, also with the Haikai.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing as well, actually, bringing back Kaioken and making it useful again. Because when we had Goku using Kaioken, he was using it against all the main sort of villains to get the upper hand. But as soon as he got Super Saiyan, he never used Kaioken ever again. But when they used it against Hit with the Super Saiyan Blue, everyone lost their shit, basically. Because they were just going, whoa, he's using Kaioken. We haven't seen that since, you know, episode 190 or whatever, or not even that. It's probably 100 or 98 or no, it couldn't be that high. Probably about episode 67 or 8 or something like that when he used it against Vegeta.
Yeah, that's totally off.
Okay, let's see what else I've got on the list here. So, Super Saiyan Vegeta Gods. Oh, how about this? The return of 17. 17 as a good guy.
Yes.
And everyone's always wanted that. 'Cause he's like a fan favorite as well.
Yeah, I didn't think he becomes so strong.
That's the other thing. I mean, surprising because I mean he's been on that island just protecting, like, you know, the animals from poachers, and poachers just being regular humans. How could he increase in power so much? But then he's an android and has unlimited... Well, it was explained in Dragon Ball Z they had unlimited ki. I don't know if that's still true, or whether they've nerfed it.
I don't think so, but they say it.
Yeah.
Right, that episode with that guy who wants his self-destruction. Goku teleported himself and that guy who kicked pipes on the planet.
I think another moment would be the introduction of the Yard Rat and the Safurian, otherwise known as the Tuffle, in the Tournament of Power. Because obviously we haven't heard anything from any of those two races since the early Dragon Ball Z. Well, Yard Rat was halfway through Dragon Ball Z, the beginning of the Cell saga, or just before it, but rather just after Trunks kills Frieza. So bringing those two in, but in two different, like in both of them from completely different universes from 6 and 7, which is a bit strange.
Yeah.
But a nice touch. I mean, I don't know whether they forgot that the Safurian and the Yard Rat are supposed to be from like Universe 7, or, you know, alternatively from Universe 6. But bringing them both in, I mean, they remembered that the Yard Rat could do the instant transmission, so at least that's something. Then there has to be a story behind why they're in Universe 2, because neither of them two are beautiful.
It was a theory from a YouTuber from German.
Oh yeah.
That he's actually from Universe 7, but he fight for this universe, universe 2. But I don't think so, because I wonder.
See, I came up with a couple of theories. One for the Yard Rat, which was in the manga, as well as... Well, it doesn't explain it in the anime so much, but in the manga, I think it explains that Frieza, before he was going to come to Earth, he was going to... The next planet he was going to invade was the Yard Rat homeworld. Now, if that was the case, and they got wind of it, maybe, because although they're not strong or anything, but they have that ability, the instant transmission, which they're masters of, they may have been able to, like, say, instantly transmit to another universe or something, which could be maybe the background for that. With the Safurian, I think, because, obviously, when the Saiyans invaded Planet Plant, they decided that, because of their technology with the scouters and the spaceships and everything like that, they probably thought to themselves, right, well, we're getting out of here before, you know, all of our race is extinct. And just boarded a ship, travelled all the universes until they actually landed at Universe 2 and then settled there. I mean, those are my sort of spitball theories. I mean, like, they don't have any background to them or anything like that, but they're just ideas that I think could be feasible.
Hmm. That theory is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it would make a lot of sense if you think about it, because, I mean, that would be the only two ways I could think that those two races could end up in Universe 2. They don't both end up as, like, as rebels, or not rebels, sorry, refugees in that universe and were taken in because of, you know, their compassion for life or something, and to help each other. That Hellas probably thought, well, you know, let's include them to our universe because I'm all about love and all that rubbish.
Yeah. I wonder if the Saiyans in other universes. I mean, the Saiyans was in Universe 7 and 6.
Yeah.
But,
Well, see, I'm thinking... See, in Universe 6, the Saiyans are a lot more evolved, which is why they don't have the tails, which is why they're sort of scrawny-like. Like, and obviously you haven't mastered, like, the Super Saiyan transformations because they've never needed to.
yeah.
And I think that they probably won't exist in any other universe because they're still not technologically advanced in any way, shape, or form. Even 6, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because their world looks barren. I mean, like, I think Kaba's old sergeant or captain or whatever lives in like a weird sort of stone hut.
If I think about it, Universe 7 do not have the Saiyans planet Vegeta.
Yeah.
But in the beginning of Universe 6, Universe 6 has no Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a mirror.
Yeah. Let's have a look. What other things have I got on my list? Okay, how about this one? Making Vegeta the MVP of the tournament at the moment. He, so far, has got he holds the title for most defeats in the tournament out of everyone, including the other teams. If I remember rightly, I think he's got like 7 or 8 eliminations now.
Yeah. I think I can search it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I think it.
The good thing, I think, about it is that Vegeta's playing it safe the way that everyone else should be playing it. Everyone's going for the strong people, whereas Vegeta's just going for whoever he can find and just, like, knocking them out. He's like, yeah, you're gone. You're gone. You know, that's why he didn't go straight for Jiren, because he's just not that stupid.
If he... I think he wanted to, but Topo was not...
I think he was ready to, yeah. I think he felt like, right, I'm ready now. You know, I've thrown all this fodder out, and there's no one to stand in my way now. And then obviously Topo jumped in. But I think he probably intended to take him down anyway, or tried to take him down, knowing that Topo's, you know, quite strong himself.
If I think about it, if Vegeta gets not eliminated, then he will win the tournament, but because I thought the Daishinkan, let's say it's the strongest warrior in the field, or if the most kills or something, will be the winner.
Yeah.
Also the universe, if someone have more pupils in his universe, then yeah, good for him. That's universe 1. But the one who have the most kills in this universe, they got the wish.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Vegeta will be, and he wishes Universe 6 back then.
Yeah, well, this is it, yeah. Well, they're hoping to, I think they're gonna, I don't know if they're just gonna wish back one universe, or whether they're just gonna wish back every universe. See, I would like it if they wished back every universe, but, because I like Universe 9. I always like the dogs, you know, Bergamo, Lavender, and Basil. Yeah. I really like those guys, and I felt as though I felt really sorry for them when they got, you know, eliminated and erased, because they really struggled, you know, for their existence, even in their own universe. Not let alone, you know, in the Tournament of Power. So they had like a lifetime struggle, and then what they got for it was nothing, literally nothing.
Nothing. Oh god. What will I say?
Alright, I've gone through quite a lot of the list that I had. How about this one? It was every now and then they do little Easter egg hints or homages to things that have happened in like previous Dragon Ball history, if you like. There's one just small one I can think of right now is I don't know if they're talking about. I think they're talking about Frieza, and Trunks jumps up on the table, Kid Trunks, and he says, "Yeah." And if he steps out of line, I'll slice him in two, and does the whole sword action, and they all start laughing, and he doesn't know what they're talking about. But the whole future Trunks arc of, from Dragon Ball Z, of course.
Yeah.
So I thought it was quite cool.
The Easter eggs from Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z. No.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Of course, Super Saiyan Rage was that Super Saiyan Ascended form for Dragon Ball Super because they never use it.
Yeah.
Trunks used it. Trunks used it one time when he trained with Vegeta for destruct him. And they showed that hyperbolic time chamber clip.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, you just reminded me of another sort of kind of parody, if you like, or I don't know if it's. I wouldn't say this was fan service, but it was definitely something they brought back for a parody, which was obviously Super Saiyan Grade 3. When Trunks goes all big like Broly, and then Cell does it to mock him, but Kale, when she says that she's increasing her power, and then she goes all big like Super Saiyan Grade 3, and she's all slow and stuff. And then obviously Trunks does it as well when he's fighting Vegeta, but then he powers down to try and catch him off guard as well. Which I thought was quite good to bring that transformation back. So although it was a useless transformation, it was nice to show that it was still part of it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon? I mean, do you think, because they're doing a lot of fan service with a lot of things, I can't think of all of them, but they're doing it literally with every episode that comes up. Do you reckon that at some point they might even bring in Super Saiyan 4?
Super Saiyan 4.
Can you imagine the rage, the uproar? Oh, the fandom would be going nuts.
I'm tired of that. I gonna say Super Saiyan 4 is my favorite Super Saiyan of all forms of Goku.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to say, I would say Super Saiyan 4, it doesn't really look much like a evolution, but like a primal transformation. But it has its uniqueness. I mean, with all the different transformations we've been getting, recently, they've just been color palette swaps. You know what I mean? Green hair, yellow hair, blue hair, red hair, white hair. Just change the hair and they've got a transformation. Whereas with the Super Saiyan 4, it's like a full body transformation. I mean, the whole thing looks completely different, and that's what we really need. I think is like complete transformations to make it feel like that you actually. Because I mean, like. Ultra Instinct is nice, the principle's good, and the idea behind it is acceptable, but it's not a Saiyan only transformation anyway, because I think, because it's suspected that Jiren probably has Ultra Instinct as well, but has it under control. But, I mean, when he does, because it is a transformation at the end of the day, he doesn't really transform, he just goes back to his base. The heat that comes off him makes his hair sort of float up a little bit, and he gets silver eyes like a Kaioshin, or a deity like the angels, because they've all got great silver eyes as well.
Silver eyes.
So it's like the easiest way to make transformations is to just not draw a transformation, and it's a bit sad, but it'd be nice if they had something like the Super Saiyan 4 to to show that there is like a complete, a bit like Frieza's transformations are probably one of the most impressive because he changes shape and all that. I mean, they're not the most impressive, but they are quite, good because they're so different from each other.
My favorite transformation is still Super Saiyan 3.
Super Saiyan 3 was good, I thought. I thought as well, with the brow, because like the eyebrows disappear and that brow sticks out a lot more like a Neanderthal, is kind of like what, you know, sort of going towards the primal sort of side again, because they get a lot more sort of aggressive in that form as well. And, you know, but there's power there as well.
This power is, but it's useless now. Nobody wanna use it.
This is true. Oh, Tenno Shin Frieza has an idea. Okay, shoot, dude. What's your idea, my man?
Come on, I wanna hear you.
Might be 30 seconds behind, so I did put it on instant, but I don't know. I think the stream automatically made it a couple of seconds behind.
Yeah, I just gonna upload now.
That's cool. I was just gonna reply in the chat because it'll be easier. Oh, he might be typing actually. Maybe his idea is quite long. All right, when you put your idea out, dude, I'll read it. I'll read the whole thing. By the way, guys, if any of you join in just now, or you've just joined a second ago, we're talking about times that Dragon Ball Super has delivered fan service. We're just sort of spitballing at the moment, so we're not actually listing them or anything. We're just going through as many as we can. Some of them aren't even fan service. Some of them are just theories. But okay, here we go. So okay, so Tenno Shin Frieza writes, I call it simply Primal Saiyan, and in essence it simply gives you longer bangs and elongates your sideburns until they drape over your shoulders. So in other words, your hair takes on the appearance of Broly gods, Super Saiyan Broly gods, except it's not green and not as long in the back. However, it does stick straight up. The hair of the form has a consistent glow near the scalp, which is purple in coloration, and you have the constant bright blue white aura on you. However, instead of being flame or even jagged, or even just jagged, it's constantly spiraling around you, or alternatively, it's coming off you like steam and trailing behind you. You have some traces like Ultra Instinct, but that's only the similarities beyond changing your iris into an amber coloration. Oh, that's interesting. Your hair becomes greyish white, not full on white, but greyish white, and finally consistently,
like
constantly shine like so much, so that not a single shadow is on you, nor your shadow visible due to the glow. That kind of sounds a bit like Super Saiyan 5 from Dragon Ball AF.
Oh. To be honest, I don't like that Dragon Ball AF, and so I don't read it, and yeah. Because that Super Saiyan 5 and stuff, that's a little too much for me. Super Saiyan 4 is for me the limit.
Yeah.
Or
I like the idea. I think the idea sounds pretty good. I mean, as a transformation goes, because it's a full transformation. With the Super Saiyan 5 in Dragon Ball AF, I think it is just literally Super Saiyan 4, but just everything's longer and everything's blue and white.
Yeah.
Which, fair enough. That's pretty decent. It's a good idea. I like it.
I like it. I like it too.
Yeah, I mean, they brought... In a sense, they brought Broly back. So, these are the ones from the movies that they've brought back. So, we've got Turles, Evil Goku. Goku Black. We've also got Lord Slug as Perina, I think his name was. Someone typed it in the chat. Completely, it was Sonel and Perina, I think. Or Polina. And then... Yep. And then we got Broly as Kale, or Kale as Broly rather. So they're three characters from the movies that they've already brought back into Super as canon characters now. What other characters? We've got Janemba. I don't think they're ever going to bring Janemba, but that little blue character from Universe 4. Someone sent me a theory on this. I've got because I just made a music video called Universe 4 Get Serious, based on a spoiler for episode 119, I think it is. where
Yeah.
apparently they get serious, and because there's only 3 of their guys left, they got the 2 bugs and the big blue Pokemon person. And and someone said to me that blue Pokemon person looks kind of like the big fat yellow Janemba, and that maybe this blue guy can like turn into like the evil Janemba, you know, with the sword and all that. And I thought that was a really good idea, because if that does, yeah, go on, dude.
What?
Sorry, go for it.
I don't want to say what.
Well, I think it would be a good idea. It would also explain why Catella isn't actually worried, because I mean, like, he's got 3 enemies, 3 of his guys left that don't look like they could pose any threat whatsoever. I mean, 2 of them are small enough that they can't even be detected by other people, and one of them looks like a big blue teddy bear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there must be some secret behind either one of those. I mean, like the 2 little bug geezers are either going to be like, you know, they're going to be able to do the whole Ant-Man thing where they can expand and shrink and all that, or the Pokemon dude is going to have like a secret transformation that will make him like super awesome or something.
Yeah. A movie character, Garlic Jr. I remember him.
Garlic Jr. Yeah, but I think that Garlic Jr. probably isn't a fan favourite, because when people talk about Dragon Ball Z, they always skip the Garlic Jr. arc with the vampires and all that, and the you know, the mist and all that. So
I don't like it too, but yeah.
Although I would say that they would bring back or do something to do with the Tuffles, but then because they keep doing that with like movies and the games and stuff, like with Eradication of the Saiyans, and obviously that other one. What was it? They had Baby as well in Dragon Ball GT. But they're already doing that with the Safurian, so I suppose they've already done that. Just trying to think of other enemies that they've got in the... Well, I mean, like, obviously Janemba, but then we've got Gogeta, which you never know. They might do that, but I doubt it. If they do Gogeta, it won't be Goku and Vegeta. It might be Goku and Gohan.
Yeah, Gohan.
Yeah. Because there isn't really... Because I was trying to find other ways of spelling, like, you know, combining their names, but Gokan is the only way you can do it. Because the first part's the same. Go.
Go and come.
Yeah, exactly. Or even, well, I think Piccolo's going to get eliminated in the next episode, but if them 2 fused, then they'd be Picohan.
Piccolo. Or Piccolo.
Yeah, can you imagine how weird that transformation would look?
The green horse Saiyan.
Yeah, with it would be a green Namekian with Super Saiyan hair or something.
Super Saiyan. Or Mystic hair.
Or Mystic, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they fused, because the Dark Namekians, I already saw one, but he looks like a slug guy.
Yeah.
But he got so strong that he can Piccolo really make damage.
Oh yeah, in the preview for the next episode, he does his killer move, the oh, I can't remember the Japanese name for it. Sapang. Oh Jesus. Sapalapatakatabla. Whatever it's called. The special beam cannon. He uses that move, which apparently is a killer move. It doesn't have like a range where you can what do you call it? Oh, I like that name. Go Icolo. Oh, it's a bit of a mouthful though. But yeah, the special beam cannon. It's supposed to be a killer move. There's no level where you can drop it below kill. So, and he fires that at Pirina. I don't know how you say his name. And it doesn't even like make a scar. It just like is a little burn on his stomach, and then he just sort of fires that mouth beam back at him, and all you see is like Piccolo, like when he stands in front of Gohan to save him, like in Dragon Ball Z with Nappa, with that face, which gives me the impression obviously he's being eliminated or killed.
Killed.
Yeah, it could be that.
That means if they fuse, then they are completely out.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen.
Because the thing is, they haven't done any deaths in the Tournament of Power yet, and they've got murderers in there. I mean, like, for God's sakes, Frieza's in there. I know he's smart.
Yeah.
He's smart enough to, like, not get himself eliminated and erased. So, I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, they got other people in there that probably aren't that savoury. So, you know, I'm surprised that no one's died yet. And they have to bring that in at some point, because that's the next thing, isn't it? That they haven't done. They've done everything else. They've done the fusion. They've used weapons and techniques and all that kind of stuff that were apparently not allowed. So killing's got to be the next one. And who knows? I mean, Piccolo's died so many times for Gohan. Why would they stop now?
Yeah. I think that Piccolo will die.
Yeah. So put that in your notes, everyone. Piccolo isn't going to get eliminated. Piccolo's going to be killed.
Killed or eliminated? I think killed.
I think killed now, yeah. From that picture, it looks like he's going to be, like, you know, taken completely down. And the Namekians are probably going to get eliminated, or that, and if they fuse into one, then they'll just get eliminated and erased. And then that'll be Universe 6 gone. That's what I think.
Gohan's rage.
Yep.
What is with Gohan's rage if Piccolo gets killed by that?
There you go. I reckon, I mean, because really at the moment, Gohan hasn't done a lot. I mean, he defeated that guy and had that moment with the locket and all that, but he hasn't really done a lot. I mean, he had that stupid sparring match with Golden Frieza, but aside from that, he hasn't really done... And he's supposed to be the captain of their team as well, and he hasn't done anything, really.
I totally forgot about that. I thought Goku's that happened, but I remember that episode then.
Yeah.
With Kaioken 20, it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, he got all that power, and he's like, you know, he's got his ultimate mystic form back again and everything, and at the moment he's being, you know, molly-whopped, or whatever, wally-mopped, I don't know what they call it. He's being slapped around, basically, and just not getting much out of it. Which is a shame, because, like, you know, he was supposed to be something special.
That Dark Namekians annoying.
Yeah. And the thing is, we don't know anything about their personalities or anything yet. We just know that, you know, they're capable fighters, and they have unlimited regeneration.
Like Piccolo.
Exactly, yeah. Except with Piccolo, he loses some of his energy when he actually regenerates, whereas these guys, they can continuously regenerate without losing any stamina or without any ki.
But I saw that they have that red blood, a kind of red blood, while Piccolo has purple blood.
Yeah.
Or green now. That's a little weird.
Yeah. The other thing is as well, I mean, like, I made a speculation about the characters of these Namekians, because in Universe 7, the Saiyans were evil, and, well, it started off as evil. Obviously, you know, the only good Saiyan was Goku, and then Vegeta sort of followed suit, but he was evil to start with. Because the Saiyans were generally just evil, barbaric, you know, murderers, the Namekians were peaceful. A peaceful race that never killed or anything. They just fought to defend themselves. They were more like, you know, monks, like Shaolin monks or whatever. They just, like, trained martial arts, but for like, inner body spirit and things like that. Whereas, in Universe 6, because the scales are tipped, and the Saiyans are good guys that go around liberating the universe, my speculation of it was that the Namekians of that universe were probably evil, like bad. So the idea behind this is that those two, Sarnell and Purina, are both not good, if you got me.
Yeah.
Which would then make more sense why they would kill Piccolo, because it would be in their nature to just go all out sort of thing.
That or not. If Vegeta will arrive to Universe 6, then we probably get the Sadella arc.
Yeah.
And maybe we get after that the Namekian arc of Universe 6.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it might they might draw the story out where we actually find out what the Namekians of that universe are like.
Yeah, I really want to know that now.
Yeah, oh, well, it will be coming. They will be doing it because they've teased it so many times. Obviously, you know, I reckon Universe 6 and Universe 2 are going to be the two universes that get erased in the same episode as well, I reckon. I reckon they get erased in the same episode. Both universes will be gone. That's my speculation. It's also, you know, an idea that Geekdom had as well, which I totally agree with. And I think, you know, obviously at the end of it, someone from Universe 7 is going to have to win because they'll bring back all the universes, or the universes that they want to bring back. Unless, of course, Jiren wins, and his wish is to bring back all universes, including the 4 that were erased by Zeno in his rage.
But I think that that's another theory yet for me, because if Vegeta wins the tournament with the Dragon Ball and stuff, then he probably will derive Universe 6 or all universes. But I think that the Grand Prix will not accept this.
Yeah.
Because Xenu wants not so many universes.
Exactly,
He got the tournament because the Grand Prix, Goku, and his own head. And then if Vegeta will make it, then the Grand Prix or Xenu will it's destroy it again.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. And unless Jiren... Oh, see, I don't know how this would work. But it said in the manga that Jiren has a wish that goes against all his beliefs. And his beliefs are he wouldn't even kill a villain, even if they were, like, super evil. He wouldn't kill. He wants to protect the... He's like the ultimate hero, basically. He's like, you know, original Batman and Superman rolled into one, if you like. Obviously, power scale is completely different, but like his morals, he would never kill. I mean, I know in the previous movies, Batman and Superman have killed people. I mean, you know, Batman killed all those people in Batman versus Superman, and obviously Superman killed Zod. But you know, the original stories behind those two heroes is that, you know, they wouldn't even kill the old what's his name, Christian Bale Batman. His one rule is that he won't kill, sort of thing. Jiren's backstory in the manga is that same way, which you know, a lot of other Dragon Ball reviewers have speculated. Say Expert Games and Goku, I was going to call him, Geekdom, have both said, well, he could be Goku, but he's more Frieza apparently. So he's got that. So he's got that look for it. But they both speculated that you know, he I can't remember where I was going with that now. But yeah, he's in the manga that that was it. That Akira Toriyama has already set out the story between those points and outlined the character for each of those people. So Jiren having that back character, and obviously with this one wish that goes against all his beliefs. Could be something. It's got to be something to do with. I don't know what it could be. But Expert Games thinks it's to do with bringing back the universes that Zeno destroyed. Which I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But then he does say, if Universe 11 is in trouble, I'll come right back. In other words, call in Universe 11 not his universe, but like a universe that he's like, you know, just sort of living in for the time being, sort of thing, because his original universe doesn't exist anymore, or something like that. And then someone else said to me, but if that was the case, then when his universe was destroyed, he should have been destroyed along with it. But that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, that because his universe was destroyed because he wasn't there, he would get destroyed as well, because he wasn't part of that universe at that particular time. I mean, that's my idea. I mean, Dragon Ball writing always throws things here. There's loads of loopholes, so I think we're allowed to have it. And they're never given the explanations for it. They just say, there you go, that's the story, deal with it. And we're just like, that's fine, we'll have it then. It's good enough. Okay, it is a fan service thing, I suppose. We've had Frieza come back so many times throughout the entire, well, Dragon Ball Z, all the way up now to Dragon Ball Super. I mean, bringing Frieza back to replace Boo last minute has got to be fan service, because it was all set out. They even had the intro sorted with Boo in it, and they had to change that. You know, it almost seems like they just thought, you know what, nobody really likes Boo. He's a lazy fat slob, and you know, he's not gonna peak as much as, say, someone like Frieza. So let's just put Frieza in there, and we'll make out that Boo fell asleep again or something.
Frieza's just like a YouTuber who states he will make the best videos in future, but he still do not uploading stuff.
Yeah.
Then he make the next sorry video.
Yeah.
No, and every time comes back.
Yeah.
So that can...
I think that's a good analogy, actually.
Gohan once all universes back, what's probably gonna not work.
Yeah. Well, if the thing is, if the Zenos are still alive, then, or still around, not alive, you know, still around, or still exist or whatever, then yeah, I mean, like, bringing all the universes back will just be, like, ridiculous and make no sense, because they'll just go, we didn't want them back, pop, and then that's a wasted wish. The only thing I can think of is, because I think you only get one wish with the Super Dragon Ball, so it'll have to be something where it takes the Omni King out of commission and restores the universes at the same time, but I don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
And I've still got a theory that one of the Zenos, the future Zeno, is not all good, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're not good evil or good, because they're just two kids like playing a game, basically.
Yeah, that's many Goku forgotten that he is just a child who wants to play something. I mean, if the Grand Priest was already finished with the stage, he gave him a candy. I like it.
I'll tell you what, I just thought of another theory. Well, not a theory, but it is a theory, but it's not my theory. It was, I think it was Danny's theory, sorry, Geekdom's theory, which was basically that well, actually, he didn't outline it this way exactly, but the Zenos are the ultimate gods of destruction, yeah, and the Daishinkan, yeah, the Grand Priest is his angel. A bit like all the gods of destructions have their own angels, because the Kaioshins don't have their angels. The gods of creations don't have an angel.
Yeah.
And there's another god of creation of all the universes that is the counterpart of Zeno.
Right.
That could appear at some point and be like, so you're destroying all these universes that I'm creating, you know. Like it's nothing, like it's a child's game sort of thing, but have like an adult sort of like an adult talking to a child sort of thing. Because at the moment the Grand Priest is like the babysitter, if you like, of the two Zenos. That's how I see it. Because he's sort of like advising them, like they're always asking questions, and he's always like, well, this is the reason why, but he won't ever argue with the Zenos, because they're like two posh kids or two rich kids that are like, yeah, I want my TV over there, and they're just like, as you were, sir, you know, that sort of thing. So the Grand Priest would never disagree with the Zenos, because they are the little rich kid that wants you know, everything brought to him, and they'll do whatever they want. But then the god of creation that is like an adult is like the dad, if you like. Well, not Zeno's dad, but takes that kind of role, and is like, you know, you didn't clean your room, not detention, yet go straight to your room without dinner and all that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah. And I like the idea. I think it's a funny idea, because I mean, shonen shonen means youngster or youth or kid in Japanese, and obviously Shonen Jump is the magazine, not the magazine, the manga, what do you call it, brand, I think it is, which would make a lot of sense, because with every single like main story of Dragon Ball, there's always been a kid protagonist.
Mm?
And obviously, you know, Goku was the first one. Then when we had Dragon Ball Z, Gohan was the next one. And then when we halfway through Dragon Ball Z, we had Goten and Trunks. You know, and then in Dragon Ball GT, and I know it's not canon and all that, but it's still included because it wasn't manga, but they kept the same theme. Pan was obviously, you know, the protagonist, even though she was dead annoying. But she's, you know, but it's always been a kid that's been the main focus, and I think that's what they've done here with this, is they've made Zeno the kid of the, not the main focus, but one of the main focuses, because it's the ultimate shonen. Shonen, is that right? Am I using the right word?
Shonen?
Shonen, yeah. I think that's right. Shonen. It's not Shippuden, is it? Shonen. Shippuden is... Oh, that's Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure shonen means youth. I might be getting that mixed up. I have to check with Ken Zyro, but... hang on, let me type it into Google. I don't want to get myself all mucked up here. Right, so... Oh, shit. How do you spell shonen? There we go. Do 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 do. Love Gang is manga. Da, 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 da. Unless, hang on. Oh, I did read it somewhere, and I can't remember where it is now. But yeah, apparently, whichever one of those words it was. Is to signify, you know, kids, which is, and that's information I got from Forever World. He did a breakdown of things like that, and you know, came to the conclusion as to why things are the way they are in Dragon Ball stories, which is the reason why they've kept Goten and Trunks kids still, and not made them teenagers, which is what they should be.
They should be. They also should.
In any case, let's have a look and see if there's any more notes I've written down here. Oh! Okay, this is probably one of the biggest... Well, not one of the biggest, but one of the things that everyone's wanted to see since Dragon Ball Z. And that is the rematch fight between Goku and Gohan. Because the last time they fought, in Dragon Ball Z, Gohan was only 15. And that was in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. And the episode where they had the full-on fight in Dragon Ball Super was a full-out battle. And one of the best choreographed fights I've seen as well. Aside from the ones we've had in the Tournament of Power as well.
Mm.
Oh, did you miss that one?
Yeah.
Ah, sorry, dude. Am I keeping you up? Now, I was just saying, one of the fan service fights would be Gohan versus Goku.
Gohan versus Goku. I like it fight a lot, but I think that everyone thought that
Gohan was going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I really, really wanted Gohan to win, but I knew they wouldn't do it because it's the Goku show. You know, it's all about Goku. But I mean, of course, Dragon Ball is the story of Goku, so I mean, that makes sense. But it would have been good just to see Gohan on top, you know, actually take his old man down, sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's actually Gohan's fault because he wants him to go 100%.
Yeah. Well, he went beyond 100%, didn't he? Because obviously he used the Kaioken, which boosts his natural power level beyond its normal limitations. Which, in a way, is kind of like a limit breaker, because the Kaioken is a technique that isn't it's not native to Goku. It's something he learnt from the from King Kai, isn't it? So it's a deity ability, really, that Goku's borrowing. I see White23 likes my idea there. I tell you what, this is not a fan service thing. Well, it would be if they did it, but like any future arcs, if they focused or did some, and Geekdom spoke about this. You might have heard me mention Geekdom quite a lot, but I watch a lot of his videos. I mean, like we chat all the time as well. I'm always like following what he says because he's legit, if you will, and one of his theories or one of his ideas, one of the things I think he hopes that would happen, and I would as well, would be that they focus a future arc on the demon realm. Not hell, but the demon realm, the realm of you know, like Deborah and all that.
Of me.
Of you, of the margins, yeah.
Of
I
the
think
margin.
the Kaishin.
Kai. Oh, I was disconnected for I think 1 minute.
Oh, was you? Oh, you was alright. I thought you was just like listening intently.
I thought I had to.
Ah,
I'm talking terribly right now, and I didn't know that I was disconnected right now.
so he was having a yak. Was you yakking away to yourself there?
Yeah. I took it for a minute from myself now.
Well, that's alright, because at the beginning of this stream, I didn't even have the mics turned on, so it was just complete silence. All they could hear was the music. Which is nice. I mean, I play music a lot, but, you know, I was actually going to talk. But I like Tenoshin Freezer, what he says. Zarama. Zarama is the god that created the dragons and the Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Balls, the Super Dragon Balls, if you will.
Yeah.
The Super Wishing Orbs, I can't, what was that that guy that lives in like deep space, the big fat guy that you have to kiss on the cheek to get him to answer a question of yours? His name was something like
know.
it was like Zeno as well, wasn't it?
I know him because I know that scene with Bulma and Samas and
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know his name. He can answer every question of the world. But
That's right, yeah. I can't remember what his name
he's
was. Zeno. It wasn't Zeno, but it was something similar to that, wasn't it? It was like Zedo or something, or Zebo.
don't know. Maybe just on YouTube, Samas versus. Don't know.
Yeah.
I like the English dub a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, Zuno. There we go.
Zuno.
Tenoshin, Freezers, got our backs. Cheers, dude. Sorry about that. Oh, mate, he was only in it for a short period of time. That's why I forgot about him. Like, he was so insignificant. But he was quite a vital role, actually, if you think about it. I mean, like, when Zamas was after the Super Dragon Balls, he went straight to Zuno. And you know, found his Super Wishing Orbs. But another... I'm just trying to think of another one. I did have it there, but I've already read that one. Old Skills coming back, Kaioken coming back, Namekians, Bulma part of the team, Orale, Trunks Easter egg. Vegeta's Ultra Instinct. I know he didn't really do it in the last episode because he just got his face slapped about, even though it probably didn't hurt him at all. And then he just grabbed that fist. He's like, right, I've had enough of this shit. Smack, you know, and he just knocks him out. Which is a shame, really, because I really like Kato Prezra. I feel like, you know, that they should have... Because it just seems like Jiren, Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta are the only people in that... well, Topo as well. The only people in the tournament are actually powerful. Everyone else in it just lucky to be there, sort of thing.
Who was this guy that beats Vegeta up?
That's Kato Prezra. Or Kato Pesla. Yeah, the weird sort of like superhero cop guy.
But it's still amazing because he has a suit who can almost give you the power of a Super Saiyan 3. The multiplier of a Super Saiyan 3 almost.
Yeah.
300 times. A Super Saiyan only give you 15, then 100. I think it was.
I think one of the funniest scenes with that guy is when he's I think he's talking to 17. He goes, "You and me, we're gonna fight right now. Follow me." And he goes, "Zip," and just disappears. And 17 just goes, "I'm gonna ignore that."
I think it was Frieza.
Oh, was it free? Oh, it's Freezer, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because 17 punches him, doesn't he? He punches him in the ribs when he like goes for 18. And he goes, "I don't think you should punch a lady," or something like that, in the face.
That's, or he wants to protect his sister anyway.
Well, yeah, there is that as well, because obviously, you know, she's pretty strong anyway, so I think a punch to the face to her would just be like, you know, someone flicking her.
I'm watching a lot of Dragon Ball memes now. Yeah. And that's with I gonna ignore Red. That's gold.
Yeah.
Because you can every picture took in that and Frieza will ignore it.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm not bothered. But to be honest, he hasn't done a lot in the Tournament of Power either. I mean, like, a couple of characters he tortured and then threw off the edge, but, I mean, the only people he really fought that we've seen is Jamise, the Yard Rat, that big guy, I can't remember his name, the one with the jowls and the dots on his forehead, like Krillin from Universe 11. He chucks him off when Vegeta says, "Hey, you stole my win," sort of thing. And who else was it? Oh, the Bat guy from Universe 9. When he's like torturing him and he's like, "Please, please stop." And he goes, "Jump off the edge and I'll stop." And he jumps off the edge.
Yeah.
But
Right,
apart from that, he's just been sort of holding back and just watching, hasn't he? I mean, I know he's got a scheme in idea and all that, and he's not going to waste his energy fighting people. He's just like seeing, like, you know, who's easy to take out. Well, obviously Frost as well, but that was a cheap shot. That's it. Murichim. Yeah, I knew it was something to do with that. Yeah, Murichim.
Hmm?
It always makes me think of Chin.
Chin.
Mm.
I like this how everyone wants to use the sword now.
Everyone wants to use the what?
Huh?
What they want to use?
Swords. I mean Goku Black, then the General, then what was his name of that birds? He can transform the bird. General or something. He uses the sword. I don't know why they all gonna use sword, because that can kill people.
Ah, yeah.
And use it instead. I hope Universe 4 will erase.
Universe 4, that's... Oh yeah, Universe 4, with 2 bugs and the Pokemon. To be honest with you, I don't see them standing much of a chance, considering that the 3 people that they've got left are the 3 people we haven't seen do anything. Because I mean, we saw the little blue Pokemon geezer flying around, but he didn't do any fighting. I mean, I don't even know what abilities he's got.
Abilities.
I think he fired a Ki Blast from his mouth once, but that's about it.
Yeah. What is with Universe 3, Moscow?
Oh,
Yeah.
Universe 3 with the robot, the machines. I wouldn't mind seeing those 3 robots. They are definitely gonna fuse. I mean, when I say fuse, they're gonna transform like a Megazord or something. Do you know what I mean?
like a Transformer.
If they play that music though, like a parody of like Power Rangers or something, that would be so epic. It'll be so funny. I'll be laughing. I'll fall off my seat. I know it.
If they not do it, then I do it.
Oh yeah, if you don't do it, I'll do it.
And yeah, Moscow. He's the GG Moscow, but in God of Destruction and with one eye of Moscow.
Yeah.
Or I hate the design of Moscow in GT Answer.
Yeah,
They just look so creepy.
He's very weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a good point. They've only got 4 fighters left now, I think. As well. Oh no, they got 5. They've still got the weird-looking professor guy, the purple guy with the white mohawk. That looks a little bit like what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Oh god, his name escapes me. I want to say Rondo, but I don't think that's right.
So he is it.
Because that's who he kind of reminds me of. He kind of reminds me of that.
There was a guy like Perfect Cell. because he has the wings of Perfect Cell. And
Oh, and the head bit as well, but his mouth's covered up. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't last very long. Didn't he get like... Oh... Is he still in it? Oh, he's been knocked out, hasn't he?
Which universe was this? Which universe was he?
He was Universe 3 as well.
Right. I saw. Yeah, I have sent you a picture with all members in this tournament who's left.
I would say. By the way, I love the picture in the fan art gallery there with the Margin Ho 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 Christmas one. By the way, the Discord's linked to the OBS, so every time I click on a screen, it will show a picture. So I just got to make sure there's no rude ones in here. No, there isn't. No, because I don't have an NSWT, whatever that thing is called.
Yeah.
So that's all right. But
by the way, that's a Christmas picture of me. It's really difficult because I don't scan that forehead off.
Oh yeah, it goes over the M a little bit, doesn't it? Yep, make the hat. You should make the hat little. I suppose with the hair it's a bit difficult, but what I would do is make the hat a little bit smaller, and if you did it as a render, you could rub the hair out a little bit.
Yeah, I will use it when it's Christmas. By the way, my Christmas tree is on.
Oh wow, crazy! I haven't even got my decorations up yet. Do you reckon they'll do a Dragon Ball Super Christmas special?
Yeah, or collaboration.
Yeah. It'll be like a filler episode, I reckon. It'll be like a side, probably an episode that won't have anything to do with the Tournament of Power. It'll be like a flashback or a flash forward or something. I don't know. It'll be quite funny though.
Or maybe what with Goten and Trunks.
Oh yeah, it could go back to Earth, I suppose, and just show them doing their thing or something. Preacho, that's right. Preacho was the Cell-looking guy from Universe 3.
Yeah.
That was it. Tenno Shin Frieza's on fire today, isn't he?
Right. Someone asking for a theory, what if Cell was instead of Frieza in the tournament?
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. He would be a better choice. I mean, but then his natural programming is to defeat Goku. So I don't think, unless they could get that out of his head, because he had his personality and everything, but in his mind, his instinct was to destroy Goku. That was his whole main objective. And once Goku was gone, the next thing to do was destroy his son. So, but he has tournament experience, so I mean, he would have been a better choice because he knows how tournaments work. Whereas Frieza is just a brute, and although he's a very intelligent being.
To be honest, he makes his own tournament.
Well, exactly. His rules are his rules, sort of thing. He's just yeah, well, if I don't like those rules, I'm not going to follow them, am I? Because after all, I am the emperor of the universe, whether he's dead or not.
But if he kill Goku in the tournament, we say Goku is not in the tournament, and he can then destroy the son of the tournament of power, because there's a son.
Yeah.
But I think without that killing stuff and so, he will be the perfect choice.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, because obviously in Dragon Ball Z, his personality was a bit dry. He had personality, but it was all one-sided, you know what I mean? He only had one goal in mind. I could have explored that a bit better, I suppose, but I know it would be too much to bring... I mean, that would have been fan service if they brought him back. And you never know, they might bring him back in some way, shape or form, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, Cell is actually my most favorite character in the entire show. I like him so much.
Yeah. Cell was pretty cool. I mean, he was one of my favourite villains. I think out of all the villains, Frieza's probably my most favourite. Because he had a plan, and he was maniacal, and he was merciless. Yeah. Whereas Cell was... he was a great fighter, and he had a absolutely great accent. But, he only had really one goal, and that was just to be the strongest, like every Saiyan. Because he had Saiyan genes, of course, in them as well.
That's what I like. That's what I like. and if he comes back for the tournament and stuff, it would be really cool if he goes to the hyperbolic time chamber and he will achieve the many god forms of
Well,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, because he's got Saiyan DNA in him, he'd have that potential to transform with evolution.
He transformed actually in a Super Saiyan, but he, you know,
So yeah,
for his
well, he
will
would.
got this power.
That's it. He would probably just become Golden Cell, like everyone, you know, did the fan art for. Because obviously the whole Golden thing was the Super Saiyan thing. So if Cell achieved the Super Saiyan form because of the Saiyan DNA in him, he would become Golden Cell. And I suppose if he, you know, achieved ascendant power level above that, he could be like Blue Cell.
Blue Cell, God Cell, Legendary. Right. No, that's not
or even Red Cell. Can you imagine that? God Cell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, God Cell.
Oh, that would be an awesome. I tell you what, that would be a very pretty color.
Yeah. I mean, I have one mods, but
Yeah.
that's what we mod. By the way, I have our own Seamless 2 music pack.
All right.
I work on this pack between 1 year. Yeah, and I change every time the soundtrack for the story mode also too.
All right.
Fighting music also, and besides I had my upload my 20k views special there, and I make that for the people dragons. Yeah, it's really great.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, seamless too.
Okay, well, I think we've exhausted all of the fan service. I mean, if we keep going, we'll just end up talking about every single storyline, I think. But can you think of any others at the moment? I mean, we've gone through quite a lot. Oh, I forgot to mention that even including the manga, they've been doing fan service. I mean, Vegeta Super Saiyan God. Oh, I did do that one, didn't I? Where he becomes a god. You know, has the red hair. Yeah, we did do that one. Ah, sorry, backtracking. Yeah. It's because all my notes are just all over the place.
What about Oob?
Oob? Well, they mentioned Oob, didn't they? I mean, I suppose that's like foreshadowing. Even though we know, because we've seen Oob and all that, and we saw him in GT and all that kind of business. But, I mean, they foreshadowed the arrival of Oob, so... But they did kind of, like, screw the story up a little bit there, I think. Because I don't think, like, Vegeta didn't actually know anything about Oob until, you know, the end of Z, when he mentions that that kid there is the reincarnation of Boo, and he's like, so your one wish or whatever to bring, you know, and it all becomes apparent then. But in Super, obviously, he mentions it to Vegeta straight away, and Vegeta says, I think it's Vegeta that says, isn't he a kid right now, though? And he's like, yeah, but in the future he'll be, you know, old enough to fight, but that doesn't help them right now. And that's when he makes a suggestion about Gohan.
Gohan.
But that's for the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament, I think. Throwback Grandpa. Oh, yeah! Oh, I tell you what. I totally forgot this one. I only watched this sort of video recently. It was totally not Mark's video, actually, so shout out to that dude, because he's very, very talented with everything he comes up with. Tenno Shin Freezer's just reminded me of a fan service Easter egg. You know when Baba, Fortune Teller Baba, goes to get Freezer, you see Goku outside the front of Baba's place, like shadow boxing. But if you put it together with like a scene from Dragon Ball where Kid Goku's fighting Grandpa Gohan, the exact fight pattern is exactly the same. So it's not shadow boxing. The speculation is not shadow. He's actually sparring with his, like, you know, ghost version of his grandpa, which I thought was really awesome. I never even noticed that. So that guy's very knowledgeable. I mean, he's very on the ball. Yeah, cheers for that, Tenno Shin. God bless. I was going to call you TS Freezer from now on.
Uh, do we had 17 with Piccolo? I mean, they.
Well, we did kind of have a little bit there, didn't we? I was like where they rolled his sleeves up and Piccolo takes off all his armor. That was another little Easter egg teaser, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was quite cool.
What can 17 do? I mean, he wants a boat.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Why he just buy that or build that? Or collect normal Dragon Balls for that?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one of the things I actually quite liked was... oh, hang on a minute. It was in my mind a second ago and now it's gone. Oh, my God. Oh, when 17's talking to Goku and he says, "How's my brother?" And Goku's like, "Brother?" And he's like, "Oh, you must mean Krillin." I thought that was really cool because it's like, that means like 17's accepted Krillin, even though Krillin's still shit scared of him. He's like accepted Krillin as like part of the family, even though he still like plays that like that whole line of like, yeah, I'm still cool, I'm still rough. Do you know what I mean? I still thought that was kind of cool though. He's like concerned because like he still sort of showed a bit more like compassion, I suppose, a bit more character depth, as just not being like some douchebag from Z that like, you know, took the mickey out of him all the time for being short and bald.
Yeah. We also got that Maron line.
Oh God, yeah. that was quite funny. That was from the conversation where Maron says, "How old are you?" And he goes 17, and and 18 says something like, "Be serious" or something, and then he says no. Does he say? I don't think Maron's there at the time, but he says something about Maron, doesn't he? And 18 has that look on her face, and she goes, "If you ever mention that name again, I'll kill you," or something like that.
By the way, in the last episode, the Kaioshin was talking about Krillin and 18. Then 18 said, "I kill you." I wonder why Beerus is not crazy about that.
Yeah.
If he got killed, he was I remember that for me.
Yeah. That was quite funny. I think just trying to think of other in that episode, the previous episode just recently actually, that whole business with I think some of the lines that Ribrianne, I know everyone hates Ribrianne, and to be honest with you, she was growing on me a bit too much, and I kind of got sick of her in the end. But I got the joke at the beginning. It's just that I think they played it out too much. But the one thing that she says to 18, which I thought was really funny, the one thing that always gets overlooked since all of Dragon Ball Z, and I don't think they even mention it in Dragon Ball, but the fact that Krillin doesn't have a nose.
Yeah.
You know, we always forget that Krillin hasn't got a nose, and then she goes, "How could you be in love with him? He's not beautiful. He doesn't even have a nose." I just thought that was hilarious. I was just like, wow, I thought that was brilliant.
That's what. Right, Krillin has no nose because he can breathe
through his skin. That's right.
Krillin.
Yeah, you remember the video. Cool fact.
Oh, I also like your God voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'm gonna do a few more of those videos. I think just for fun, just for fun.
I will do it too, but I have no microphone. I must speak with my cell phone now.
Oh right, I see. Yeah, it does make it awkward, I suppose.
But it's still okay.
But I tell you what, it's coming through here, okay. Yeah, I mean, once we got the volumes all sorted out, that was my fault, by the way. It was all good after that, so that's good. Well, I think we've had a good discussion here about all the all the ones that we can think of. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's a lot more fan service, like, you know, deliveries that have been paid, or even to come still, I suppose. I suppose Copy Vegeta is one of them, because because I suppose that's the only essence of evil Vegeta that we're ever gonna get again. And obviously, you know, we didn't get the full fight with Goku and Majin Vegeta because they stopped because they stopped towards the end, and Copy Vegeta would be the ending to that, I suppose, because it was the closest thing to being Vegeta that Goku could actually defeat. So even though it was a filler episode and probably doesn't have any, any sort of weight to it, I suppose in a sense that does conclude that fight. Although we still know that, Vegeta would put up more of a fight than Copy Vegeta, even though it was supposed to be copied like all the way down to the core.
I like Majin Vegeta.
Majin Vegeta was cool, yeah.
Yeah. Right, fun fact. My first name was Majin Goku.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my first name was Majin Goku, but I renamed it in Vegeta Blue.
Alright.
Then I find a picture of Super Saiyan Blue Goku with a Majin seal.
Yeah.
Then I thought, how about Majin Blue?
Majin Blue's alright, yeah, I think that's good, because it has its own uniqueness to it as well. And it also makes your character look different from Goku as well, slightly. Because of the name and the character behind it, sort of thing. It's a bit like my dude. I mean, my dude is literally just a redhead Trunks with a yellow jacket and a scouter and some scars. Yeah. But I mean, that character, he only came about in the last year because I had my logo was just an H for over 10 years. I never changed it. I mean, I might have put a Christmas hat on it a couple of times, or but it was just the H. That was my logo. And then I thought, if I give my channel more characteristic, it will make my channel more alive. It will give it more, give it like characteristics so that people could identify with it, rather than just being, I am just music and that's it.
Yeah.
I think it works.
That's my description channel. Just music, no more. Just music.
Well, mine's anything Dragon Ball now, anyway. I mean, I've got my own music on there that I've done, some anime stuff, and my own, even singing stuff I've done, which I'm not proud of. But I've done for fun. Some of them I'm proud of, but to me, I just think, when I listen to them back, I'm like, I hate my voice. I really do. Ugh. Sounds awful. Yeah. But it's probably not as bad as I think. But, yeah, I mean, that's how mine came about. So, yeah, I think it was doing all right.
Yeah. I tried like everyone first with Let's Plays.
Yeah.
With a serious Let's Play. But then I ended at part 12, it was. Then I uploaded some stuff like Pokemon Lavender Tone piano version.
Yeah. I think it's good to have some variety, because you don't want to be just one thing anyway. I mean, for example, just having Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball GT as your main focus, you're only really introducing one standard audience sort of thing. Not standard, I'm not saying the audience is standard. What I mean is just one fandom, if you like. But if you've got a variety, like computer games, obviously, what you do the most of, say for example my channel is mostly Dragon Ball, then mostly Dragon Ball people are going to watch or listen. But, I mean,
it's the same thing with me in Castlevania.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's Castlevania is your favourite thing, right? Game, right?
Yeah. It's Castlevania Curse of Shadows was for the PS2, and yeah, it's my favorite game of all types, of all the world's universes.
Yeah.
That's why, because I live stream it, but I have don't know many live streams, but I think it's many.
Yeah.
But it's worth as shit.
No, well, that's cool. I mean, I've done different animes, because obviously I don't just watch Dragon Ball. I watch, My Hero Academia. I haven't done any themes for that yet, but people keep asking me for themes, so I'm working on that. Naruto. Then you've got Bleach. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a few others as well. Yu-Gi-Oh. Yep, Yu-Gi-Oh. One of the old school favourites. Pokemon. I even did a Pokemon theme as well. I did one for the launch of Pokemon Go.
Yeah. That's the only video thumbnail I saw. Then it's Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I did that I say years. It was a couple of years ago, but it was. I tried to go back to the original Pokemon the Pokemon movie, You wanna be a trainer and all that. But I didn't do the singing bit, obviously. I just had the Pokemon thing said over and over and did it with trance music. Trance is one of my old school favourite styles of music.
Yeah, Trunks is really cool.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite characters.
Trunks.
Goku's my Trunks. He's a beautiful voice.
Well, Trunks is my favourite character. Vegeta is my favourite. See, Vegeta would be my favourite character, but because he's not a fully fledged standalone character, he's my favourite mixed character, if you like. But Trunks is my favourite standalone character. Future Trunks, not Kid Trunks, and not the Trunks from GT. I don't like him. I thought they did that wrong with the shorts and the scarf. I mean, come on. I'm not up for that.
Yeah.
But Future Trunks and Future Trunks in Super was alright, but he didn't have the same attitude as he did in Dragon Ball Z. I felt like that they lost a little bit of that. Yeah. But then he's supposed to be like 30 odd, and he's lived his life just fighting every next fighter, every next threat. Which, you know, I can understand how he gets more depressed and stuff. So, but it was a bit too emo, I think.
I liked that thing with Mai and Trunks.
Yeah, that was an interesting story. But if you think about it, though, Mai in the Future Trunks arc must be about like 50 or 60, because she was an adult, like 20s, when she got shrunk back down to being a kid.
But it's the look.
Yeah.
But for Trunks,
I
liked it how they teased that in Battle of Gods arc with Kid Trunks and Mai.
Oh yeah, the whole sort of like interaction and everything, like foreshadowing there, but without us knowing, sort of thing.
Yeah. That's really cute.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I mean, like, things that they've done in the show so far, I mean, like, bringing back the old skills, bringing back some old techniques as well, like when Krillin used his shoe to defeat that warrior, like he did in the World Tournament where he farted, and that fat guy that he was fighting, I can't remember the guy's name. I think that might be what Tenno's actually saying to me now. Oh, it is. Oh, sorry, dude. Bacterian. Yeah.
Bacterian.
Yeah, and he gassed him out, basically, and he won that fight. I think he won that fight. Or he got the upper hand, anyway, at some point. But yeah, all the little things they've been doing, it's like they're retelling the Dragon Ball story in Dragon Ball Super, but like from the adult perspective rather from the kids' perspective, which I think's kind of cool as well. It's like, it's new for all the new viewers, but then it's like really cool for all the old viewers because you get to see it again, but like, in higher def and re-relate with the character and stuff, which I thought was quite cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I wish I could smell more Tien in the tournament. I mean,
I know. I do feel like that they've really given him the Yamcha shaft, if you will, because I mean, like, even when they had like the Goku Tien versus Piccolo Gohan fight, Tien was just a bag of spuds.
It was a shame.
He didn't get one hit off, one single hit. He powered up a tri-beam, and then Gohan was just like, no way, fire a tiny little spark at him, and then come flying down, jackhammered him in the top of the head, sent him through the mountain. And then he comes up like a pussy and says, you can leave us out of this fight. This fight's between you and your dad. God blimey, you're going too nuts. It's like, Jesus, you're a teacher of a martial arts school. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, that's really a shame.
Yeah, so, and I really thought that they were going to give, like, Tien a new form as well, because of, like, he's been constantly training. And Roshi, I mean, they brought... and as much as I like Master Roshi, he's the old-school Infinite Master, because he's, like, drank from the Fountain of Youth, so he's, like, literally... well, not immortal, but he's... he can live for a very, very long time, as we can see. Yeah. But, I mean, I just felt like, they just dealt Tien a bad hand.
Yeah. Oh, Master Roshi.
Yeah.
All other things are out in the tournament. Wow. I didn't notice that Universe 7 has the only things. But Universe 6 has also of Earth. Yeah. And I don't know what's the technique of Dr. Rota.
Dr. Rota, yeah. Well, he looks like he's from the pig race, but he's like a warthog. So I suppose he's kind of like Oolong, yeah. But Oolong was a shapeshifter, whereas I don't think Dr. Rota is. But then we don't know what his techniques are, because when he goes to say it, he gets knocked out, doesn't he? Now you will find out my special technique is. Ah, sod that. Shove him straight out the ring. So maybe he was a shapeshifter or something, or maybe he self-explodes or something. I don't know. But whatever the technique is, we'll probably never find out, because it'll be that joke. It'll be like every time he goes to do it, something will happen. Like a bit like Dan from like Street Fighter. He's got like that what do they call it? The I can't remember what it's called. Where he goes into that shadow mode, like Dark Ryu and Akuma does. Sorry. Yeah. He can do that, but every time he goes to use it against someone, he trips over like a school bag or something, and then he comes out of that mode and gets his face kicked in.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward for the Sadella arc now.
I think that would be really cool. I mean, it might just be like a filler arc, but it'll be nice to see, because I mean, like, you know, I mean, we've seen a little bit of Sadala, where obviously, you know, they had Kaba go and recruit Caulifla and Kale, but it'd be nice to see, like, you know, the other Saiyans, probably only Goku and Vegeta going to Sadala to see that. But I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, Vegeta, that's really cool. Goku and Vegeta goes to Sadala, and maybe Gohan and Piccolo goes to the Namekian of Universe.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I mean, there's so many possibilities now. If they keep, like, because I always thought, like, you know, with these other universes, they could have so many different storylines. They could just keep the story going and on and on and on. But obviously, deleting all these universes is like, you know, taking it completely away. And will we ever see GodTube again? Who knows? I mean, like, you know, if they bring all the universes back, maybe we will. But if they only bring back Universe 6, then we won't, and that'll be a shame, because Guasu went through all that rubbish with Zamas, and you know, and at the end of it, he got erased anyway, which is a shame. So it would be nice if they just bring them all back.
Oh.
Alrighty. Anyway, I think I'm gonna cut this one off now, because we're into 2 hours, and I think we've pretty much covered all the fan service that we've had. I'd like to say thank you to Sensu or Sensu 2.0 for coming on for that period of time earlier. It came up with some really good fan service moments. And also, I'd like to thank Margin Blue as well. Thank you for coming on. It's the first time I've heard your voice, dude, so I'd like to do more of these and have you come on more often. I know you have to use your phone, so it's a little bit awkward, but we'll sort you out with a mic.
Yeah. It will be better in the future, always.
Absolutely. And you guys, I also put Orak's link in my description. He was supposed to come today, but unfortunately he was a little bit busy. So check the description. It'll have a link there for Sensu's channel, Margin Blue's channel. Check him out. He's always making awesome music as well. He's probably going to make a couple more tunes later on today, if I know him. And of course, check out Orak as well. He's also very talented. Does a lot of reviews and things like that, and also does music as well. So check out his stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us, and thanks for listening to the rubbish that we had to talk about today. And we'll see you in the next Dragon Ball Super Z GT and Dragon Ball video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And see you next time.
Subarashii.